We're about to make an amazing summer dessert using a somewhat iconic ingredient, the Oreo. Who doesn't love Oreos? We're gonna make a chocolatey Oreo crust, which is the perfect partner for our vanilla cream filling. We'll add chopped Oreos into the cream filling and top it off with a light, fluffy, homemade chocolate whipped cream and some Oreo crumbs for a beauty effect. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is turn your oven on to 350 degrees. We're going to make an Oreo crust. I made this about an hour ago. It is cooling and it smells like just deep dark chocolate. You may be wondering, do I have to bake the Oreo crust? No, you don't. That's the simple answer. You can just do the crumbs and add the butter, and then you would just freeze it. I'm baking it because I want the crust to stay together, to be sturdy and firm whenever I cut a slice out. I like it to hold together. You're giving it your best shot if you add a little bit of sugar in. When it bakes, the sugar melts and acts as a binding agent. So that's why we are baking our crust today. So you need 24 Oreos. You're gonna crush them up either in a food processor. You can use a blender if you have one. You just need a larger size blender. Or you can put them in a zipped bag and use a rolling pin. Once you have your 24 Oreos crushed, you want to put them into a bowl. Just remember, you want sand-like crumbs when you're done. If you're doing it by hand, the finer the crumbs, the sturdier the crust will be when you go to cut it at the end. You're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, that's 25 grams. And then you're adding a 1/4 cup of butter, that's 56 grams melted. You want to just go ahead and mix this all together, get it all incorporated. You want to take some baking spray and spray it into your pie dish. This will help get the crust out easier when it's done and you're cutting it. Dump the crumbs into the pie dish. And you want to spread it out evenly. I usually start with the sides and work my way around. You want to use your finger as a guide. This will help just keep the edges very even and just work your way the whole way around. You want to make sure that you're pressing the crumbs in. You want those crumbs to bind together. So I usually go around the outside edge twice just to make sure you have it nice and firm. And then go ahead and press onto the bottom. I'm using a cup. Anything with a flat surface will work, and just press firmly so that you're getting it all nice and tight. Once the crumbs are all pressed evenly into your dish, you want to go ahead and put it in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. Again, that's at 350 degrees. Once it is done, you just take it out of the oven, set it aside, and we will make our filling. First thing we need to do is separate 3 eggs. We need 3 egg yolks for our filling. We'll put our 3 yolks in a heat-proof bowl. We just want to whisk them so they're nice and smooth. We'll be using these in a minute. I'm just going to set them aside for now. This is one of my favorite recipes for vanilla cream filling. Let's get started. We need a saucepan and a whisk. You'll definitely be using this a lot. We're going to start by putting 2/3 of a cup of sugar in our saucepan. That is 130 grams. We're adding 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is what will thicken our mixture along with the egg whites. That is 24 grams. And then we're adding 1/2 teaspoon of salt for flavor and balance. We want to whisk this together till we get all of the lumps smoothed out. And we're going to add 3 cups of whole milk. You want to make sure you're using whole milk. It has the fat in it that you need to make this just a creamy, yummy filling. This is at room temperature. I'm going to stir this together. The next step is putting it on medium heat and bringing the mixture to a boil. This could take 5, 6, 7 minutes. Relax, go to a happy place, and just whisk until you see bubbles. So our mixture is now boiling. I've been waiting for this for what seems like a long time. I'm going to let it boil for 1 minute, and then we're going to temper our eggs. Whisk constantly during this process. You don't want it to stick to the bottom and burn. So to temper the eggs, basically what we're doing is raising the temperature of these egg yolks gently, slowly, so that they don't cook. So you want to whisk and just pour the hot mixture in a tiny little stream and whisk briskly. And that's really all you're doing. You're raising the temperature of the eggs. If you just poured these eggs into this mixture, you would have scrambled eggs in your vanilla pudding. That should do. Now I'm going to sit this down. I'm going to add this egg mixture into our saucepan. And again, you're whisking so you get it all in there. Once you have the egg all incorporated here, you want to put it back on the stove. Same heat, medium heat, whisking constantly, watching for it to boil. Once it boils, you want to just boil it for 1 more minute. So the mixture is now boiling. We're just going to stir it constantly. This mixture is thick and bubbly. It is time to take it off of the heat source. Shut that off. Now we want to add 1 tablespoon of butter, which is 14 grams. This will just make this nice and creamy and smooth. Once you get that stirred in, add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, and that is for flavor. Now we want to pour this beautiful vanilla cream mixture into a heat-proof bowl. We're going to put this in the refrigerator for probably like an hour. We want it to be set, but not completely, because we're going to stir Oreo cookies into it, but we want it to get a pretty good set on it. I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap, not just the bowl like that. You want to press the plastic wrap right in on the filling. This will prevent it from forming a skin, and it comes right off once it's cool. You just want to press that right on top of the filling. It is super hot. So we want to get this in the refrigerator chilling. I'll see you back here in a bit. I just pulled the filling from the refrigerator. It was in there about 2 hours. I kind of did the jiggle test, so I just wanted you to see. It's still jiggly. This is, it's not set yet. We don't want it completely set yet because we're going to stir some Oreo cookies into it. So when you pull it out, you want to make sure that it's not warm and certainly not hot. It would melt the cookies. So this is a good little consistency. We're going to go ahead and chop up about 10 Oreo cookies. We bought 1 package of cookies, and it's going to do the crust, the filling, and we'll even use a little bit of this for garnish at the very end. So I'm going to chop these into little bits There's no real pretty way to do this, but think once this is blended into the filling, you want to be able to cut your fork into it. So you probably want pieces that size, no larger. So we'll just work at chopping these up very quickly here. We probably have about a cup to a cup and a half of Oreos here. And we just want to gently fold this in. You want to make sure that you don't you want the filling to remain white and clear. So I'm going to give this a stir. Get it nice and smooth. That looks so yummy. Look at that. I'm gonna pour the cookies in. And I'm just gonna gently fold. This is gonna be the best cookies and cream pie you ever had in your life. Once you get it just mixed, let it be. Now we're going to pour it into our pie shell. Smooth it out. This looks like it's going to be so, so good. Now we're going to cover this with plastic wrap again, put it back into the refrigerator, and we just want it to set. Like the next time we do the jiggle test, you don't want it to do that. You want it to wait until it is firm. And then we'll do our chocolate whipped cream. I'm happy to say our pie is done. It is set and it is ready to be finished. We are about to make the most amazing topping for our pie. We're going to make creamy, dreamy chocolate whipped cream. It is super simple and it is gorgeous and yummy when it's done. We need 1 cup of really cold whipping cream. This is 237 milliliters. Then we're adding 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar. That is 24 grams. That's going to sweeten the mixture. And then we're adding 24 grams, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And that's going to be our yummy chocolate flavor. This is unsweetened cocoa powder. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla for flavor. And then we mix. I'm using a handheld mixture. Oh my, I'm using a handheld mixer. You can also use a stand mixer if you'd like. I will say this goes very quickly. It's like 3 or 4 minutes and it's done, and it will separate if you're not careful. The mixture will start to separate if you go too far. So it's easier if you have a hand mixer just to keep a close eye on what's going on in here. You want to give this a little stir. There's a lot of dry in there that you don't want flying all over the place before you turn your mixer on. Start out slow. This gives you the best whip for your cream. And then you can just gradually increase the speed. It's only been about 2 minutes and the mixture's starting to thicken already. When you start to see trails forming from the beaters, you'll know you're very close. We're trying to get this right to the stiff peak stage, and then we want to stop. Go ahead and check it because it looks like it's really close, if not, and it is there. That maybe took like 3 minutes and it's beautiful. I have a bag here with a number 1 M tip. It's a star tip. I'm gonna go ahead and just put some whipped cream in here. I will put a link in the description below for these in case you've not used them before. They're so worth it. They're not expensive and they're easy to use. You just fold it open and they make the most beautiful finishing touch on your desserts. They look like they came from a professional, which is what you're turning into. Okay, so once you have your bag filled, I'm just gonna make some pretty little stars. And this too is very easy to do. And now our finishing touch is some crumbs from when we were chopping earlier. I saved a few of the Oreo crumbs just to sprinkle on top, just to garnish it a little bit. I'm really happy with the way this turned out, and sad it's so pretty, but I am gonna cut it. I do wanna see what it tastes like and what it looks like, so go ahead and cut it. So look how pretty this turned out. I am so happy with this. Now I'm gonna try a bite. It looks so creamy and yummy. Wow. The chocolate cookie crust is to die for. It is so good. And this nice cold vanilla cream with the little chunks of Oreo in there. And I'm trying the chocolate whipped cream. That has the nicest flavor. It just balances this sweet. This is really, really yummy. You've got to try it. I hope you had fun. I really enjoyed baking with you. And I do want you to check out the description below. I have tools, I have tips, I have recipes in there. This has been really fun. Check out my pie playlist, and I certainly hope to see you in the next video.